Hello and welcome to Become the Teapot. I'm Iain.
And so am I. Right, well, Constantine. It's a 2005 film directed by Francis Lawrence and starring Keanu Reeves as American exorcist John Constantine, who was born with the ability to see half-breeds, a term that makes me feel extremely uncomfortable every time they say it in the film. Anyway, at the beginning of the film, John gets cancer and then engages in an almost completely unrelated plot involving the Antichrist. So, have you seen this film before? Did you like it?
I have seen this film before, and Constantine, or Constantine, I think I'll bounce between the two.
Well, the film definitely pronounces it Constantine.
Yeah.
But the name of the character in the comic books is Constantine.
Yeah, actually, I did see a panel where he's talking to a gardener or someone. They were in a garden, I don't know. But they say, oh, thanks, John Constantine. And he goes, Tyne. It's Constantine.
Yeah.
Funny. Anyway, this has to be a noughties film because it has the Shire sidekick.
Yeah.
In this, he plays the peppy Chaz Kramer. You know, around this time, you had iRobot, same character.
Yeah.
You had Indiana Jones 4, same character.
I've got this exact same comment in my notes as well. I've got, even Shia LaBeouf, in his full early 2000s sidekick mode, isn't too annoying here, is what I put down.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
It's not bad. Plus, he dies. Spoilers. So, you know, that's a bonus.
Oh, no. Oh, but did you watch the post-credits?
I did watch the post-credits, yeah.
Overall, I was going into it thinking, oh, here we go, another early film from the noughties. Oh, it'll be a bit poop. But I think overall, I actually quite enjoyed it. I mean, when you compare it to the comic...
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Take it at face value, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think we may have mentioned it in the show before. I think it may have even been when John was on. And I was quite negative about it at the time. And like you say, my overriding memory of it, that it was that it was a piece of crap. You know, I thought it was from the same era that brought us, you know, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and Van Helsing and Max Payne and things like that. And I thought it was going to be the same as those. But it's honestly not that bad. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
But I perhaps not pleasantly surprised. Yeah, no, let's go with that. I didn't mind it. It was quite good.
You didn't hate it?
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
Good, okay. The character, they've changed a fair bit from the comics. You know, he's got black hair, black tie, black trench coat. Like, just make it all dark, you know, rather than his classic red tie and his blonde hair and whatever.
I think my initial thoughts on this film were probably clouded by the casting of John Constantine. You know, Keanu is famously not a particularly expressive actor.
Yep.
I don't really think he captures the self-loathing of Constantine that we get in the comic books. But he's fine here. You know, he is playing this version of a character. It may not actually have much bearing on the comic book character, but it's a sort of West Coast surfer version of John Constantine. It's like, okay, well, you know, that's a different take, but it works fine for this. You know, his sort of, it stays within his parameters as an actor.
Yeah, I can just see him walking off the set of Point Break and just having a haircut and going, right, let's go kill some demons.
That was a long walk. That's quite a long time. I mean, he doesn't resemble the character, like you said. Black hair, American. It's not even the same demeanor, really.
Yeah.
His origin is different. He's got this whole thing about dying for a moment and then now he can see half-breeds. Yeah, it's kind of an odd story. But, I mean, the thing I was thinking, because I was quite down on those changes, and then I start thinking, well, I haven't got a problem, for instance, with, you know, what they're doing with Namor for Black Panther. I think it looks really interesting. And that is as far removed from a comic book character, on paper anyway, from the appearance of the trailers. They have really changed his origins and his aesthetic, but, you know, I'm fully on board with something like that. So I don't know if it's because this character is British, as are we, or if it's because the comic book character does feel very British.
Yeah. In this, Constantine, whatever, he's blunt, he's straight to the point. You can tell that he's been through a lot and seen some shit, but then also, like, from his bluntness comes the humour.
Yeah.
And he has got pretty cool gear as well. You know, he's got the cross engraved, what do you call them?
Knuckle dusters.
That's the one, thank you. And that pretty sweet cross shotgun towards the end.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to make him a little bit more cool, a little bit more like, oh, look at all these toys he's got, but it's not overplayed. So I think it does work for the world that they've built, and I do like the sort of in-film lore that they've worked upon, and you can kind of feel like this is a real world.
Yeah.
Effectively, it's not just a guy walking around going, "I'm Constantine, I'm going to kill demons." That'd be a pretty boring film.
It would be quite a boring film, but they've definitely lent into the equipment side of things, as opposed to in the comic books where he dabbles in magic quite a lot, and he just sort of goes around and he can whip up a spell here and there. Whereas I think in the film he really only does that one spell with the rag, doesn't it, when he sets it on fire? I think that's about it. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you class it a spell when he sort of crosses over to hell when he puts his feet in water.
Yeah, maybe.
And then also towards the end when he puts his arms together and he chants something. So there's like little bits sprinkled through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think if someone watched this film, you'd go, "Oh, okay, so the main power of this guy is he's magic." You'd be like, the main power of this guy is he looks cool. He's got tattoos.
He looks cool, and he's got a lot of gold equipment. Gold, that's notoriously strong metal that's really good for making things out of.